morning everyone. Again, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, now coming to Mendelian disorders after pedigree analysis. These disorders, I told you, there are classified into two major classes based on the pattern of inheritance. So disorders are Mendelian disorders which follow Mendelian inheritance, which are also called as gene disorders or Mendelian disorders or hereditary disorders. Second category is what? Chromosomal syndromes. Okay, see one by one. First we will see Mendelian disorders. These Mendelian disorders are again two types I told you. Autosomal, allosomal. Autosomal again two types. Dominant, recessive. Allosomal again dominant, recessive. First see one. Autosomal dominant. Autosomal dominant Mendelian disorder. Okay, for this best example is myotonic dystrophy. Another dystrophy we saw already. What is that dystrophy? Muscular dystrophy. Muscular Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, which is X-linked dominance, that we saw already. That is different. Here, myotonic dystrophy is another one. Duchenne's muscular dystrophy is X-linked dominant, but this is autosomal dominant disorder. It is a type of muscular dystrophy. It is a muscular dystrophy due to autosome dominance. Due to autosomal dominance. Due to the autosomal dominance, they develop a type of muscular dystrophy. Here, that gene of this muscular dystrophy is on long arm of chromosome 19. In the chromosome 19, you know, they have chromatids. In the long arm of chromosome 19, there is presence of a gene which is responsible for the inheritance of this disorder, which is muscular dystrophy. Okay, sorry, myotonic dystrophy, not muscular. Muscular dystrophy is it is a type of muscular, but we can say this one is myotonic dystrophy. Okay, that gene encodes. That means it is coding a protein, myotonic dystrophy protein kinase. Myotonic dystrophy protein kinase is an enzyme. So this gene is responsible for encoding a protein. That protein has enzyme activity which is called as myotonic dystrophy protein kinase, which is majorly present in skeletal muscle. Which is an enzyme which is majorly present in skeletal muscle. Due to this enzyme, that what myotonic dystrophy muscle is there, na? Muscle will degenerate. Muscle will be degenerated. Muscle is degenerating means muscle breakdown. See here, enzyme is protein kinase. Myotonic dystrophy protein kinase means an enzyme which is causing phosphorylation of muscular proteins. Muscular proteins are phosphorylated by kinase enzyme, and muscular proteins are broken down so that muscle will degenerate. Muscle degenerate means
then this condition will develop, which is we are calling myotonic dystrophy. This is autosomal dominant disorder. Autosomal dominant, which is a type of Mendelian dominant disorder. Here, the pedigree for this already given in NCERT. In the previous class, I shown you one pedigree, first pedigree, which is autosomal dominant. I shown you that is autosomal dominant. How we can say autosomal dominant? Autosomal dominant means inheritance will be from all parents to all progeny, like that. All parents to progeny. From father to mother, sorry, father to daughter, not mother. Father to daughters, or son to, sorry, mother to son. 1 second, please. I am drawing now, so I am getting confused. Father to daughter, mother to son is X-linked. Along with that, it will follow all kinds of inheritance also, which is autosomal dominant. Dominant means in every generation it will be seen. What I told you, dominant? Dominant means if any of parent is affected, means definitely in progeny also it will be seen. That is dominant. Autosomal means mother to son, mother to father also, mother to son, mother to daughter. I mean, female to female, female to male also it is carrying. Or male to male or male to female also it will carry. That is autosome. Otherwise, X-linked means only father to daughter, mother to son only carrying. X-linked. Y-linked means only father to son it will be carrying. This is already given. I gave you already under pedigree analysis. This is a condition where there is dominance in the gene expresses a protein called as a protein kinase enzyme that will degrade the skeletal muscle. So that skeletal muscle is degraded means then this condition will develop, which is myotonic dystrophy. Okay? Enough. Next one is enough for autosomal dominant. Next, the second one, autosomal recessive Mendelian disorder. Autosomal recessive Mendelian disorders are many there. Sickle cell anemia, thalassemia are there, even phenylketonuria. Okay, for them, first we'll take an example, sickle cell anemia. What is this sickle cell anemia? This sickle cell anemia is a condition which is due to recessiveness in hemoglobin production. You know, normal hemoglobin. What is normal hemoglobin? Normal hemoglobin has 2 alpha chains, 2 beta chains. Each alpha chain has 141 amino acids. Each beta chain has 146 amino acids. Total 574 amino acids are found in hemoglobin. 2 alpha chain are there. Each alpha chain 141 means 2 alpha chains have 282. And 2 beta chains, each beta chain 146 amino acids means totally 292. Total 574 amino acids are there. But sickle cell anemia is a condition which is hereditary disease, which is developed due to mutation in beta cistron or beta gene. This is due to mutation. Which type of mutation? Recessive mutation. Recessive mutation in beta cistron or beta cistron. of DNA encoding hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a protein. As it is a protein, it is undergoing it is undergoing synthesis by gene expression from hemoglobin gene. Hemoglobin gene is undergoing gene expression. From that gene expression, there is formation of this hemoglobin, both alpha and beta peptides. But alpha gene is normal, but beta chain only undergoing mutation. So this gene which is controlling the synthesis of beta chain is undergoing mutation. So here that beta gene is there, that is present in chromosome 11. Chromosome number 11 has the gene which is responsible for this hemoglobin. Yeah, 2 beta chains, 2 alpha chains, 2 beta chains. Total 4 polypeptides are there. Okay. Here, beta gene is present in chromosome number 11. Here, this normal chromosome is there, means then normal hemoglobin will be produced. Normally, 3 types of hemoglobin, 3 types of hemoglobin. What are that? HbF. HbF means fetal hemoglobin. HbA, normal, which is called as adult hemoglobin, and HbS, which is called as sickled hemoglobin. Sickled hemoglobin. See here, HbA is normal. HbA is dominant and is normal hemoglobin. HbA, adult hemoglobin. Actually, before the birth, hemoglobin is a fetal hemoglobin present inside the fetus. Once delivered, then fetal hemoglobin will be modified into normal adult hemoglobin. This is adult hemoglobin. But in diseased condition, a third type of hemoglobin will develop. That is what we say sickle cell hemoglobin. HbA is the dominant, that specifies normal hemoglobin. Okay. Here, what is the difference here? In HbA means normal adult hemoglobin. 6th amino acid in beta chain. Alpha chains are normal, no problem, but beta chain is there. In beta chain, 146 amino acids are there. Among that 146 amino acids, normal hemoglobin beta chain has glutamic acid. Glutamic acid. That glutamic acid is encoded by GAG. GAG, that means CTC. GAG codon is responsible for this one, glutamic acid. But mutation results. If mutation taken place at this codon, if mutation is resulting here, GAG becoming GTG. GTG means CUC become. That mutation results in GAG, CTC is there, GAG becomes GTG, A is replaced with thymine. So, this replaces glutamic acid with valine. Normal dominant allele has 6th position GAG codon, which is coding for glutamic acid. If GAG is there, then In beta chain of hemoglobin, there will be presence of glutamic acid in the 6th position. But due to mutation, that codon is modified to GTG. When this was modified to GTG, GAG is coding for normal, okay, but GUG will be coding for valin. So that glutamic acid will be replaced by valin. Okay, so this is what is the reason for this valin. So due to valin in 6th position, HbA, which is dominant, that will become HbS. Hemoglobin A becomes HbS. Hemoglobin S. Okay. Hemoglobin S is possible. When this hemoglobin S is possible, what happens? When hemoglobin S, HbS is there, na? This HbS is sickle hemoglobin or sickled hemoglobin. This causes sickling of RBC. Sickling of RBC means normal RBC are round shaped cells. Normal RBC are round shaped cells. But due to that normal RBC, RBC will become sickle shape or crescent shape. Crescent means half moon. Sickle means what we can say, a weapon which used to cut. Okay, this is sickled RBC. So when hemoglobin is modifying from normal hemoglobin to sickled hemoglobin, shape of RBC is being changed. So that sickled hemoglobin, sickling of RBC, sickled RBC, that means bent. Sickled RBC they are fragile. Fragile means breaking down easily, or fragile, breaks down, that leads to anemia. So this is called as sickle cell anemia. So due to this replacement of just an amino acid in 6th position, actually 2 beta chains are there. Each beta chain has a 6th position glutamic acid. In 6th position, if 2 beta chains are there, each beta chain 6th position is replaced with glutamic acid. 6th position replaced with valin. 2 beta chains, 2 glutamic acids are replaced by 2 valins at 2 6th positions in 2 beta chains. So due to that replacement, total hemoglobin type will be changed. That different type of hemoglobin is causing the change in RBC. When RBC shape is changed, that RBC they will become very fragile, breaking down. RBC are broken down means then there is development of anemia. So as RBC becomes sickle shaped and that is leading to anemia, this disorder is called what? Sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia. Okay. How can we overcome? No, nothing we can do. We can do gene therapy. In biotechnology, we will see. No, for inherited disorders, no treatment. For inherited treatments, for inherited disorders, a treatment is not possible, but gene therapy, a method is there. In biotechnology, we will see. Okay, this is about sickle cell anemia. Sickling, not sucking. Sickling, S-I-C-K. Sickling means sickle, how we can say? I mean, for cutting, we use some weapons now. What do you say? For harvesting crops, we use one weapon. Yeah, harvesting weapon. Yeah, very good, Sriharni. Not axe. Not axe. For harvesting crops, we use what you call in Tamil? Arival. Arivala? Arival. Nova. So that shape or crescent shape. Crescent means half moon. Half moon shape. What is a sickle means? A weapon, cutting weapon. Like this. Like this, one weapon will be there for harvesting. Yeah. This happens in dominant only, sir. Then why recessive? Hey, dominant means a normal condition. Dominant is normal. Dominant means no problem. Hemoglobin will be normal. Okay. Hemoglobin will be normal in dominant. If mutation takes place here, that leads to recessiveness. Normal dominant only, but mutation taken place means then there is difference. Yeah, only beta chain, no alpha chain. Alpha chain changes are not there, only beta chain may be changed. Fragile means breaking down the way. Fragile means breakable. See, CTC means what is CTC? Guanine, cytosine, adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. What is CTC? What a question, Ra? Right. Okay. What, Ra, Ashwini? Hey, Ashwini, what is this? Where it is? What you are asking? Encoding. 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 Complete? Yeah, mutation is not possible in alpha chain. In alpha chains, no mutations are seen. Mutations are being seen in only beta chain. Yes. Complete? Thank you. Is Sadhana there in class? Yeah, codon becomes recessive. Normal codon, when it is recessive mutation is taking place, then it is becoming this one. Usually mutations, I told you, point mutations. Point mutations, here replacements. Transition, transversion. Here adenine is replaced with thymine. A purine is replaced with pyrimidine means that is what? Transversion. Transversion mutation taken place there. Due to recessive mutation which is a transversion, a purine is replaced with a pyrimidine. This is happening. Then that RBC will be breaking down. Here normal RBC lifespan is 120 days, but RBC will not be living for 120 days. Due to that sickle shape, they will be breaking down. RBC will not live for 120 days. Lifespan of RBC is decreased. Okay, there is one. Second one. Next one, phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria. This is phenylketonuria. It is an inborn error in metabolism. Inborn error in metabolism. Metabolism is not taking place due to recessive gene mutation, which is due to recessive autosomal mutation in chromosome number 12. Recessive mutation, recessive autosomal genes which are taking place in chromosome number 12. Okay, here in affected individuals, no, wait 1 second, it is due to not a mutation. Mutation is not taking place here, I forgot. Due to autosomal recessiveness. No mutation. Dominant recessive. Autosomal recessiveness in chromosome number 12. Affected individuals are deficient of an enzyme, very important enzyme, phenylalanine hydroxylase. Phenylalanine hydroxylase. Listen once, I will tell you then. Normally, what is this phenylketonuria means? In normal metabolism, where chromosome number 12 is dominant, when it is dominant, there is expression of a gene and there is expression of the character. Phenylalanine hydroxylase, yeah, all are there for WPT until the end of the lesson. All are there. Phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is produced means what is the function of this phenylalanine hydroxylase? See here, phenylalanine is an amino acid, which is aromatic amino acid. This phenylalanine will be converted into an enzyme called tyrosine. Phenylalanine, I will write here. Here I will write. Phenylalanine will be converted into tyrosine by the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase. This phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme will convert phenylalanine into tyrosine amino acid under normal. That means when normal gene expression, when gene for this enzyme on chromosome 12, when the gene is expressed, then there is a synthesis of this enzyme. That synthesized enzyme will convert phenylalanine into tyrosine. But when recessive condition taken place, under recessive condition, what happens? Recessive condition means gene is not expressed. Gene is not expressed means there is a deficiency of enzyme. So that when phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is not available, then this phenylalanine will be converted into first phenyl pyruvate, then phenyl acetate, or phenyl lactate. Phenyl acetate or phenyl lactate. These phenyl acetate or phenyl lactate, they are called as phenyl ketones. See here, what is that? Phenylalanine hydroxylase is deficient. Under what? Phenylalanine hydroxylase is deficient. Under deficiency of phenylalanine hydroxylase, this phenylalanine is converted into phenylpyruvic acid and phenylacetic acid or phenylactic acid. So tyrosine is not synthesized. So this phenylalanine is not converting into tyrosine, so it is converting into phenylpyruvic acid, phenylacetic acid or phenylactic acid. This phenylacetic acid, phenylactate, write that point, in absence of enzyme. What is this enzyme? Phenylalanine accumulates means its concentration is increasing and converts into phenylpyruvate, phenyl acetate, etc. What are these? These phenylpyruvate or phenyl acetate are called as phenyl ketones. Phenylpyruvate, phenyl acetate, phenyl lactate, they are called as ketone bodies. Okay, see here, when phenylalanine is converting into this phenyl acetate or phenyl lactate, now these will accumulate. Now their accumulation of phenyl ketones. What are the phenyl ketones? Phenyl acetate or phenyl lactate in brain takes place. In brain and cerebrospinal fluids, that leads to mental retardation. Accumulation of phenyl ketones. Normally enzyme is there means then phenylalanine will be converted into tyrosine. But when enzyme is absent, that phenylalanine is converting into phenyl acetate, phenyl lactate, phenylpyruvate. That phenylpyruvate or phenyl acetate or phenyl lactate concentrations are increased in brain or cerebrospinal fluid means that leads to a condition which is called as mental retardation. Okay, this mental retardation is resulting and phenyl ketones will be excreted in urine. That's why it is called as phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria. Phenyl ketones will be seen in urine, so they are called as phenylketonuria. Okay, why the name is given means the phenyl ketones which are produced as abnormal metabolism of phenylalanine, they will be excreted along with urine, so they are okay. Here, what are some other symptoms also there? Hypopigmentation of skin and hair also takes place. Hypopigmentation of hair and skin also takes place. These are some other symptoms of phenylketonuria. Mental retardation. Mental retardation means like our like our abnormalities. Our abnormalities, right? Like our abnormalities, all G1. Yes, yes. Not Hak. Hak is not abnormal. Hak is good only. Ashwin Sham abnormal. Mental retardation. Our G1 abnormalities, like our G1. Okay? Mental retardation will be seen. Hey, Roshan. Roshan is saying CB. Yeah, you copy this, then I will explain once more. Copy this point, then I will explain once more. Tyrosine, no uses. Tyrosine is an amino acid which is responsible for protein formation, that's all. It is present in protein, that's all. Tyrosine is a non-essential amino acid which is aromatic amino acid used for protein synthesis. No use of tyrosine. All amino acids are present in protein, that's all. Okay, listen once more. This phenylketonuria is an inborn error in metabolism, metabolic error. By birth it will develop because it is hereditary disorder. Inborn error, why? Because it is hereditary disorder which is developed due to autosomal recessiveness in chromosome 12. In chromosome 12, listen once, you can copy later. In chromosome 12, there is a gene which is responsible to code a protein phenylalanine hydroxylase. Phenylalanine hydroxylase is an enzyme which is encoded by or decoded by a protein enzyme. That gene responsible for this protein or enzyme is present in chromosome 12. If that gene is expressed means dominant. Dominant means then this enzyme will come. This enzyme will convert phenylalanine into tyrosine. Then tyrosine will be involving in normal metabolism. This phenylalanine conditions will be decreased, concentrations will be decreased, tyrosine concentrations will be taken for protein synthesis. They are balanced, no problem. When if it is dominant and producing the enzyme normally. But in recessive condition where in absence of enzyme, why absence of enzyme? Recessiveness will not produce this enzyme. In recessive condition, enzyme will not produce. As enzyme is absent, what will happen? Phenylalanine will not convert into tyrosine. This process is not taking place. So this phenylalanine concentration will be increasing. The increased concentrations or accumulated concentrations of phenylalanine, they will be converted into phenyl pyruvate or phenyl acetate or phenyl lactate. So they are bypassed to another metabolism. This is deficient. Due to this enzyme deficient, they are bypassed to another metabolism. So these compounds are called what? Phenyl ketone bodies. Ketone bodies. That phenyl ketone bodies are produced. These phenyl ketone bodies are accumulated. Their concentration will increase, and there is excretion of these under urine. In urine. That's why the name is given phenylketonuria. Phenyl ketones are seen in urine. That is the name. When these phenyl ketones are produced in high concentration, they will accumulate. sorry, when these phenyl ketones are accumulated in high concentration, they will accumulate in brain and cerebrospinal fluid. When they are accumulated in brain and cerebrospinal fluid, that causes mental retardation. Mental retardation, which is like hypopigmentation of hair and skin, also seen. These are also two symptoms which are seen during this phenylketonuria. Okay, no doubt. What happened? No, God. Note down this. Yes. Next, third autosomal recessive disorder, thalassemia. Thalassemia is also due to recessiveness in hemoglobin production. Here it is autosome linked recessive disorder. It is an autosomal recessive disorder. It is an autosomal recessive disorder. Here, what is taking place here? It causes excessive breakdown, excessive degradation of RBC. Excessive breakdown or excessive degradation of RBC is taking place. Why? Because due to abnormal hemoglobin. Abnormal hemoglobin. What is normal hemoglobin? Normal hemoglobin has 2 alpha chains, 2 beta chains, a total 4 peptides are there in normal hemoglobin. Normal hemoglobin has this 2 alpha peptides, 2 beta peptides, totally 4 peptides are there. Okay, 2 alpha, 2 beta. But the synthesis of these peptides, is affected in thalassemia. Thalassemia is a condition where the synthesis of hemoglobin is affected and abnormal ratios of alpha and beta peptides made. What is this alpha beta peptide ratio? Alpha 2 peptides, beta 2 peptides. That means in 1:1 ratio they have to maintain. If alpha and beta peptides are maintained in this one, what? 1:1 ratio, then it is normal. Okay. But here alpha beta peptides, they do not produce in normal ratio. Okay. They do not produce in normal ratio. So abnormal ratios are produced. Due to that abnormal ratio, what will happen? This results in abnormal hemoglobin that causes anemia, breaking RBC. Due to that abnormal hemoglobin, RBC will break down and there is anemia developing. Here, just now we saw sickle cell anemia, which is abnormal hemoglobin only. What is the difference between that sickle cell and this one? I will tell you. Here, this thalassemia is two types. Alpha chain thalassemia. Alpha chain thalassemia is one. This alpha chain thalassemia is due to defect in chromosome number 16. Defect in chromosome 16. That means the gene which is responsible for alpha polypeptide of hemoglobin is present in chromosome number 16. Here, no or less production of alpha peptides takes place during this. Alpha chain thalassemia means there is no synthesis of alpha peptides, or alpha polypeptides or alpha chains of hemoglobin are produced less in number. So that abnormal hemoglobin will develop. Second one is beta chain thalassemia. Beta chain thalassemia is a condition which is due to defects in chromosome 11. In chromosome 11, beta gene is present. In sickle cell anemia, I told you, the gene responsible for beta peptide is present here. Here, less or no production of beta chain. Okay. So, both these conditions cause abnormal hemoglobin. Abnormal hemoglobin causes destruction of RBC. Destruction of RBC that leads to anemia. Anemia will develop, hemoglobin will fall down. So that's why it is excessive breakdown. Than sickle cell anemia, here the breaking of RBC is very more. One important thing we can say, once thalassemia is inherited means, if a person is suffering with thalassemia, there is no treatment. There is no treatment. Every month we have to transfer blood transfusion only should take in place every month. Thalassemia patients should be transfused with blood and hemoglobin every month. They have to take plasma along with hemoglobin and RBC every month. Otherwise, no survival. One important thing regarding that is sickle cell anemia and thalassemia. In sickle cell anemia, alpha chain, 2 alpha chain, 2 beta chains, 2:2, 1:1 ratio, but here abnormal ratios will come. Sickle cell anemia and thalassemia both are due to defect in hemoglobin. Both are due to defect in hemoglobin. But what is the difference between sickle cell anemia, thalassemia means? In sickle cell anemia, hemoglobin defect is quality. Hemoglobin defect is quality. Quality of hemoglobin was not good in thalassemia. But here, quantity of chains is their difference. Okay? Note down these points. After that, I will give you a sentence. No excess chain. Excess chains will not produce at any cost. Excess chains will not be produced at any cost. Okay. Complete? Yeah, write one sentence after this. Thalassemia is different from sickle cell anemia. Thalassemia is different from sickle cell anemia as it is a quantitative problem. As it is a quantitative problem of synthesis of globin molecules. Quantitative problem of synthesis of globin molecules. Whereas sickle cell anemia is a qualitative problem. Sickle cell anemia is a qualitative problem. Okay? Right. Yeah. Enough for now. You can take break. Join by 10:55. I will leave by 11:50. Thank you.